donated by St. Luke's.
I thought Simplot.
Well, yeah, that's he was an old.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He was an old.
Directly from Wisconsin. Thank you.
He was an old potato salesman for Simplot for 55 years.
Enjoy them.
I'll enjoy these. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and start the awards. Dave, who you got first?
Well,
Let's go.
okay, let's do this.
This one last.
Okay.
Is that Nancy?
This is, no,
Oh, Bruce. Bruce scored another victory. I was totally depressed that he didn't become a Triple Crown winner again, but I'll write a better one next year. How's that? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What's that award for, Tom?
It's for the newspaper editor.
What else would Bruce get?
And I can't imagine anybody beating our newspaper. I can't.
No,
I'm going to have to look into that. Who we got next? Pat. All right, here she comes. And she got the Rocky Mountain something award.
Volunteer of the Year.
How's that? I think I must have wrote a good story. Congratulations.
You probably told a few lies along the way.
No, I didn't tell any lies. I saved all those for OD. I mean, okay. Nancy, you're up. It doesn't have Nancy's name on it, but you know, they called me and said, where do you want the award shipped to? And she says, do you want this one sent direct to Nancy? And I says, no, send it here. And so anyway, I did write a heck of a good story for her. I don't know, but it's what does it say? What does it say?
For Chapter of the Year.
Chapter of the Year.
Yeah.
Odie, our superstar, our new Triple Crown winner.
Now, we have lots of things to talk about here. Accredited Visitor of the Year. That's a big deal.
Nice.
Did Lisa make it? Lisa poured over. Ah, bummer.
Then we have Accredited Visitor Excellence Award for you.
You should explain that is a
This
national
is national.
award.
Yeah, that's a national award.
This one's for the Rocky Mountain region. This one's for national, which carries a
The
lot.
whole United States.
The whole ball of wax. Okay, stay here.
No, you're not done yet. Now this one is downright pretty.
This is the whole ball of wax right here.
This is for Midnight Arts Incorporated Accredited Visitor Excellence Award. It's a worldwide. That's worldwide. So it starts out big deal, then it goes to really big deal. Now this is monumental. Congratulations.
That is awesome. And she is one of the best visitors, period.
Oh, thank you.
For 10 years.
This is the support board. You need help carrying all this?
For 10 years, Nancy just added.
10 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of visits.
A lot of. Wow.
Okay. Ray and Winnie, would you please come up?
Yeah.
And get a few more potatoes. There's quite a few here. You look like you could be hungry. Okay.
Are you serious? You're giving us a box of potatoes?
No, this is,
Box
we
of
want you to
potatoes.
take the whole box. So
Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is our, I put in for Ray, and I thought I wrote a really good story, and I struck out. So I decided that he deserved an award. And so, you know, when I kind of took over last year, I came up with I don't even know how you say it, Kawani Weenie or something. It's a Ute Indian name for the mountains rise up. Therefore, the mountain on the front of this. And then, real important to the Ute Indians was the bears. And so they had a name, and it's interpreted, the bear that leads with dignity. 2025.
That's you.
That's you.
Both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now just stay right there. Stay right there, Ray. And Becky's going to play a little video for you.
Oh, no. That could be challenging. Thank you.
You'll like it.
I think I know him.
Yeah, you know that guy really well.
Speak up, man.
Hello to all of you from Geneva, Switzerland. This is Al Voss. It's my honor to serve as the volunteer CEO of Mended Hearts in the U.S. and with our organizations throughout the world. As we celebrate the traps today, I would like to take a moment to extend my deepest gratitude to each of the traps. Your dedication, insights, and experiences have been invaluable in shaping this chapter over the years. Your willingness to share your experiences as cardiac patients and caregivers have been instrumental. Your support has helped the Mended Hearts program transform how patients proceeded in their recovery journey. Today, we honor and celebrate you for your commitment and your contributions to Chapter 380, Mended Hearts itself, and advancing patient support. Thank you for your time, your voices, and your passion in making a difference in the lives of future patients. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Tom, I'm very happy you had him here to take the picture because.
I'm pretty ugly, I know. I would probably break the camera.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
It's an honor to be here and to help. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Pat's going to introduce our speaker, and then we'll introduce the visitors after and do our business. That big guy back there in the red shirt and the backpack told me I had to behave and do the business, so I don't want him to take a leg off. Shake a leg.
This is Jessie Galloway.
Congratulations.
And she is a representative, is that correct? Representative for a company called Zoll. And I happened to see her at the St. Alphonsus event that they had, and she was demonstrating a very unique product, and I asked her to please come in and share it with us. So I'll let you take it from there, Jessica.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate being welcome to your guys' meeting, and thank you for all that you guys do. I think we actually probably crossed paths more than you know with the cardiac patients. Has anybody heard of Zoll? Zoll LifeVest. Okay, so Zoll is a huge company. They're international. They do defibrillators for ambulance care, hospitals. You'll see their devices all over, so very huge company. The division that I work for is called LifeVest, and that division, we have a wearable cardiac defibrillator. So and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So I don't know if anyone's ever seen anything like this. So this right here is a life-saving event, or life-saving device. It has defibrillation gel pads in there. It is like a walking EKG, comes in 5 different sizes, and this product is intended for these cardiac patients that come in with an event. Their providers see them, they get their MRI, they get their echo, they see their ejection fraction, their heart is not pumping enough blood, so they are further at risk for a second event. Doctors are going to prescribe guided medication therapy, put them on a blood thinner, put them on a couple things. They're connected to tele, no abnormal arrhythmias. You came in, we love love you, but you can't stay here, and they get discharged, and then sent to follow up with cardiology a month later, maybe, a couple months. Do you get the highest point of a second cardiac event typically happens within that first 60 days. The amount of patients that we miss in between there is very high. Medication, guided medication therapy, it takes 90 days to kick in at best. So that risk period of patients having another event is very high. Your insurance companies want these cardiac patients to be on medication for 90 days before they'll approve them for pacemakers, implantable defibrillation devices. There's a lot of politics around that and want to make sure that the meds work. The problem is if they don't start working in 90 days, what's happening from the time they discharge the hospital or get that bad echo reading from their in-clinic visit until the point where their levels go up or they don't. So that's where the Zoll LifeVest is a very valuable product for patients at risk to prevent them from, it's a life-saving product in between that time until the physicians decide what route they want to go. 50% of patients that have low ejection fraction from their MRI, their cardiac, with medication will go up. The other 50% it will not, and that's where the doctors are talking about implantable ICD devices. But again, there's that waiting period. Here in the Treasure Valley area, it's a widely growing community. You probably know this, there's not enough doctors, there's not enough staff. Takes a while to get procedures, takes a while to get appointments. So patients are left vulnerable and unprotected. So, and this is, there's groups like you guys, because sudden cardiac arrest is a huge, it's a huge issue, so. But I'm definitely glad to be able to show this to you. This is a message that I speak to on with the providers. I go in, they have patients that have come in, they're doing rounds, the hospitalists, they're trying to find out that next treatment plan for them. When is their discharge going to be? What does the plan of care look like? What's next? We have non-compliant patients who don't take medications. Shoot, doctors don't even want to think about this because to get them to wear this, right? You have other patients that are very worried. It's really shook in their entire household. They feel very safe at the hospital because they're connected to all these monitors. They have doctors, nursing staff right there. But what happens when I go home and I'm at home sleeping next to my wife or husband or alone in my house? If you go into sudden cardiac arrest, you have 10 minutes to get defibrillated. So when we think about all the rural areas and people who live alone, sometimes that's a little scary being by yourself or waiting until your next cardiology in-clinic visit several weeks or months even out. So the good thing is if these patients have this device, 95% of the time it's going to save their life. I've been in this position for 2 years now, and we've had 6 life saves in my territory, which is the Treasure Valley area down to Twin Falls. So, and we've had probably 100 orders, a little over 100 orders on that. So for 6 lives to be saved is huge, huge, huge. So, yes?
AFib, does it do anything for AFib?
It detects it.
These two right here.
Yeah, so it will.
Not her.
Yeah, so it will detect it. LifeVest has been around for over 20 years. The product has changed over quite a long time. The device has gotten lighter, more comfortable. The technology in it has grown. We have an algorithm in here. AARD is what we call it. It can distinguish between noise and artifact. We've had thousands and thousands of cases of AFib, VT, VF. So the device, the AI in it, has really learned to pick up what a true cardiac abnormal arrhythmia looks like. On this brochure here, this is what you see, this is what the actual device is. You see this gentleman here walking, and he has that little strap around, it's a monitor. That's what this wire connects to. So underneath, you can't see it on patients. It's light.
Is the power source part of the vest or part of what he has around?
Part of it's, this is the monitor.
Okay, so the power source is there.
Yeah, the power surge right here connects to a monitor, and then you can wear it like a little backpack, satchel.
So
whatever.
when that thing goes off, is there any kind of a report or something sent back to the doctor's office or hospital or something that, hey, we have a cardiac event in progress?
Yeah, absolutely. So the device we have an online portal. So yes, it captures treatment events. It will pick up AFib. It will pick up nightly resting heart rate. It will pick up walking steps. It will pick up a lot of good data to indicate, is a patient decompensating? Is this a heart failure patient? Do they have any abnormal periods of abnormal arrhythmias? The device picks that up on our portal. So for some physicians who are waiting to see, are we going to get this patient a pacemaker, an implantable device, they're able to pull some data from our device to submit to insurance to get approved quicker to show that the patient has risk.
So do the doctors that use this buy them or rent them?
So it's a device that goes directly with the patient and their insurance. So insurance approves it.
I see. So,
Medicare approves it, Idaho Medicaid approves it. Pretty much all the insurance plans will approve the device.
and I assume they come in multiple sizes.
Yes, so this comes in 5 different sizes. When the physician puts the order in and we have an approved order, it gets sent over to our patient fitters team. They will reach out to the hospital, find out when the patient is going to get discharged, and set up a time for someone to go in and talk to the patient, get them measured. They go through every in and out of this device, show them how to work, how to charge the battery, how to respond to the prompts. They do a demo, make sure they can click the response buttons. If the device senses some abnormal arrhythmia, they'll ask for a response. They hit the response button, they know the patient's good. If you're going into a true cardiac event, you're going unconscious, and the device knows to start to prepare to release a treatment event. And at that time, nobody will hit the response button, and the device will know patient's not okay, start to release the blue gel, EKGs picking up sudden cardiac arrest, and will defibrillate them.
Is there a GPS associated with it so that if somebody's out walking in the park and an event goes off, they have a heart attack, and they go unconscious or whatever, will it locate so that if...
No, it doesn't have a tracking on it. So.
That would be something that...
Yeah,
in the
interesting.
future.
Typically, I mean, we've had cases where patients have called and they said, something's wrong with my vest. I have all this blue gel on me, something's wrong with it. And they look at the portal and they see, they're like, sir, you just went into sudden cardiac arrest, defibrillated you, and saved your life, and you woke up and you're ready to go about your day. Good. So
when
yeah.
you wear it, you're wearing it right on your skin. You're not
Yes.
wearing it over a
No,
shirt.
it is skin to skin, put on, skin to skin on, and it's the same device for male or females, comes in different sizes. Our fitter will measure the patient and make sure that their garment is placed on correctly, fix the straps, make sure it fits snug the way it's supposed to. They send them a separate garment to their home, so.
And so then this goes onto a monitor and tells someone that this is happening? I mean, you talk about a portal.
Yeah.
So somebody is always monitoring this? So-
Not, the office has that, not necessarily. A lot of times, our tech support will get notification actual treatment event. It picks up data all day long on thousands of patients. An actual treatment event will prompt a notification. We're able to log in. Somebody will contact the doctor's office. I'll get notification. So everybody's all over it. A lot of times these patients will end up in the emergency room. This will happen. They call for paramedics. They come to it. They get back to the hospital.
So 24-hour day this is going on? So
Yeah. And then so typically what will happen, I'll get a call from the hospital, hey, we have a patient on LifeVest, can you interpret the data? They want to see the report, they want to see the EKG of the cardiac event, and we're able to provide them with that information.
So you've been called in the middle of the night sometimes to...
Sometimes, yeah. Or I'll check my phone, look at them early in the morning, and show that there was a treatment event that happened, pull up the report and see, yes, this was a true event. We just had a 26-year-old with 2 little kids who just got saved 3 weeks ago.
Cool.
Yeah, really, I mean, it ranges, you know, all over, yeah, and I mean, they said, okay, and they kind of, you know, went to the hospital, got checked out, nothing more they can kind of do at that point, put his vest back on. yeah. So, and it's, you know, you think about these patients that are scared to be alone, this is a great option for those patients that qualify for it. Insurance covers it well. They have that ejection fraction, 35 or below, post-MI, they've already had a cardiac event. There is risk out there.
The 911 is not coming when that goes off. I mean,
No.
the ambulance is not coming.
No, the ambulance is not coming. So it doesn't dispatch.
It doesn't.
No, our tech support will immediately call and try to get in contact with somebody.
So is this like a bridge temporary to getting
Exactly.
an implantable?
Exactly, yeah.
ICD?
Yeah, and that's part of my challenge as a sales representative. I'm trying to talk to doctors, you know, they're busy doing their thing. Oh, my patients might not wear it. You think LifeVest, what do you think? Do you think of this giant orange LifeVest boat, this heavy armor? You think of something like that, oh, it takes too long to get fit, or, I mean, there's a lot going on when physicians are thinking about discharge. What's the data look like? So my job is to educate them on the clinical data of it, the utility, the ease of use. So if these patients qualify, then it's a great protection, and it is exactly what you just said. It's a bridge product. It is not meant to replace an ICD, a pacemaker, or anything. It is meant just to protect the patient, because those doctors are not making those decisions right away.
Is that, go over the cell phone towers?
It has a hotspot, so there's a
I mean, do you have to be within range of a cell phone?
Of the
I mean,
hotspot, yes.
yeah.
So it's a download. So if someone's out hunting or they haven't downloaded in a few days, it will work all the time, but the data for our portal doesn't get downloaded. For instance, I mean, a couple of times it's happened where patients have ended up in the emergency room and they know the LifeVest went off, they know it's a cardiac event, but we look at the portal, there's nothing there. So we don't even know about it because the device hasn't been downloaded. So one of our patient fitters, we dispatch them to go take a portable gateway to go and download the data, and then boom, the cardiac event, all the data from the past week shows up on there because they haven't been next to their hotspot, they haven't done their part, but it still works. It's just a matter of us seeing the data online, so that way the providers have access
It
to
would
it.
still save them.
Yeah, it's still gonna work, yeah. It will still work, yeah.
I know in emergency defibrillators put a pretty good jolt in
Yeah.
the patient. In relation to that, is this maybe half of that or a third
It's
of that?
150.
150
150 is
Oh,
the
okay,
jolt, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, which is, it's pretty mild, but it's,
Yeah.
I've had some questions, well, is that per size of person? You know, if there's a heavier gentleman, can you increase it? The doctors can adjust them, I've never seen it done.
Yeah,
You know, it's going to work, so.
I'm not gonna jump off the table.
No, yeah, it works, so it's at 150 joules.
Another crazy question, when you take it off to take a shower, put
Yes.
it back on again, and it just picks up where it left off.
Yes, yeah, so you only wear it, you wear it pretty much 24/7 aside from bathing. You know, no swimming either, so it can't be wet.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so, yes.
How much does it weigh?
Less than 2 pounds. So, less than 2 pounds.
He's our newspaper reporter.
Oh.
Let him.
Yeah, ask
Feel
some
it.
questions.
He's looking for a scoop.
Yeah.
I'd like one of your quotes.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I'll just put it out for you guys. But yeah, it's less than 2 pounds. It's covered by insurance. Patient goes in sudden cardiac arrest. 95% of the time during studies, it is going to save their life. And it happens every single day. They're coming.
How much does it cost?
It's covered by insurance. Cash patient cost is right under $4,000.
That's what your life is worth.
Exactly. We also have a hospital pay agreement. Sometimes there's patients that are, we have like a charity program too. Sometimes we have patients that are in hospital, they're at severe high risk, they don't have any insurance or anything. Sometimes the hospitals will pay for them because it's more cost effective to protect them with a LifeVest than to have them in a hospital bed for another 5 days.
Yeah,
So risk doesn't just go away because of a shot or a pill.
right.
So it's gonna work overwhelmingly, but, like 95%, but why wouldn't it work? What are the 5% of the times that the vest doesn't work for the person?
It's a great question. I don't know. Honestly, why, if the patient wasn't, we had a patient rip it off. We've had a patient's wife come and hit the device to turn off because we've had, it's technology. It's not foolproof. It's our technology is extremely well, but just in clinical studies, I think it's 96 point something % show successful shock rate. What that 3.8% rate is, that I'm not sure, unless something wasn't captured correctly.
Or maybe the person was too heavy, or the air temperature, or the wind, or the, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so many trials and studies. Our biggest study was with over 20,000 patients, so there is room for variance in a lot of things, but it's a very small,
Right.
very, very small.
Right.
Yeah, so, but I think you can rest assured with the data that if somebody's going into cardiac arrest, it's going to defibrillate. Yeah, and you know, maybe they don't live because of some other reason. You know, there's a couple different variables, but most of the time they don't.
The pretty good percentage, pretty good odds in your favor.
The odds are in your favor to be defibrillated. So, yeah.
It's better than not having it.
Yeah.
When an individual who is under a heart monitor because they're trying to determine, once they determine, would they be a candidate for that vest? Or is that vest only for candidates that are proven to have a heart condition, but we're gonna let it go for 90 days to see whether medication works?
Well, typically there has to be indications to get it approved for insurance reasons. So the biggest indication is an echo MRI that with the ejection fraction, which is their blood pumping, is 35% or under. That's a big indication. If they are a post-MI, if they, they've had an event before, there are several indications that will get the LifeVest approved immediately. This isn't, it's not like an implantable, it's just a bridge product, so.
But it's the ejection fraction is one of the keys.
The key, yeah, and physicians know. Patients who have sudden cardiac arrest have low ejection fraction. It's a big indication and it puts a patient at much higher risk for sudden cardiac arrest. That's why immediately, given Eliquis, there's a lot of medications that get prescribed. However, those have shown in several clinical trials that they don't start to kick in until past 180 days sometimes. So when the patient, if physicians know that the patient is at risk, then there's this product that can protect them during that time. Once the medications start to work, their levels start to optimize, and then they don't need the vest anymore. Sometimes they don't optimize, and then the providers will want to schedule them in for implantable ICD device.
Quick question,
Yeah.
as a support group for heart patients, people who actually have either witnessed or had a heart attack, how can we support you with this particular product? Because I can see a big need for it.
Yeah, a lot of it is education and a voice about it. There's a lot of misconceptions. If you get I'm going to go visit a patient that's next door, the family and the patient completely nervous about this. What, a wearable, am I gonna get shocked? They're completely wound up about it, but the doctors say based off of your indications, we want you to wear this. They're in the hospital, they just had a heart, there's a lot of moving parts, they're stressed. Is my insurance gonna cover this? I don't know if I wanna wear it, do I really need this? So there's a lot of risk that they don't understand. Some patients, it's that education. When I show doctors, sometimes I said it's less than 2 pounds, it's gonna save their life, it's just a bridge product, you wear it temporarily, is that worth it? Absolutely.
Sure.
And sometimes when you bring this in and I talk about it with patients, like, okay, great, thank you that I have this.
That's where you need that 26-year-old to be standing there and talking about the use of it. and how it
Yeah,
works, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Tell him to come to Mended Hearts,
Yeah.
please.
Or if someone's, even if it was 10 pounds, if there's if something happens with that first 90 days that you're prescribed this, it's gonna save it, is that worth it? So a lot of it is how it's delivered. A lot of times there's not great communication between patient and professionals, medical staff. They're busy, they're going room to room. Okay, you're gonna take these meds, I'm gonna order this LifeVest, you're gonna go home, and they're like, what is that? Do I have to wear it all the time? What do So we have patient education brochures. I'm gonna leave a stack here. I can get as many as needed. I try to leave them at the hospitals, but patients just need to know that they're gonna get that education. Someone will explain to them.
Do you have competition?
You know what? In my territory, we do not.
What your territory meaning?
Idaho. I mean, there's another company out there that is on, more on the East Coast. That's kind of out there trying to get me too type product. They don't have the clinical data, but there's no one else out here.
What about Europe? You know anything about Europe? What do they have?
Europe has probably, and there's a couple companies out there. There's like another device that's, I mean, because it's the only one that's been on the market. There's others out there that are making their way, but there's no representation.
So it sounds like it's maybe two that are approved by most insurance companies, is that the idea?
I know Zoll LifeVest is. We've been around for 20 years, so we've been around. There's a couple other ones that are trying to make it out there. So, but nobody that you guys would see or come out here in this part of the country.
Is Zoll, their products that are similar to life-saving device, is life-saving device related to heart disease? Is there
Yeah, we actually have another product out. It's brand new. It just came out last year, and it is our heart failure patch. This is for heart failure patients. It measures pulmonary fluid levels from home. So patients who get fluid overload, by the time they start to have symptoms, guess what? You're getting back admitted.
Yeah.
So the heart failure patch is sent directly to the patient's home. It's placed on the patient. Zoll takes a baseline reading of the patient's pulmonary fluid levels. So they have to be diuresed and dried out, can't have fluid overload. It's a unitless measure. If fluid is picked up above baseline for 3 consecutive days, it will ping an alert that the patient's having increased fluid. First patient patch in Idaho wore this. It was kind of what they call a train wreck type patient, frequent flyer, heart failure. They have their own room type. You guys heard about that, right? Patients like that. And so they're in clinic, they don't, she's swelling of the legs, gonna go see nephrology. We don't really know where she's going. Let's try it on her. Sure, let's just try it on her. Put the patch on. She's on a diuretic. They get an alert, drop down, get another alert. So nurse practitioner, not the one that ordered it, saw that. She called the patient, asked how she's doing. She said, let's up your diuretic. Up the diuretic, her fluid level went completely within baseline. And she was not admitted. So it was perfect for the next 8 weeks that she wore the patch. So sometimes it's all about finding that sweet spot of medication for these heart failure patients. That is a chronic disease. So, and this again is a bridge product to help physicians monitor these patients remotely to help get them to optimal levels of their prescription, make sure they're taking their prescription, and it will detect if there's any increase or signs of fluid increase before they get hooked up and have to be admitted. So this is new. Yeah. Yes.
Just out of curiosity, this is, patient specific. So if a patient got one, they wore it for 45 days or 50 days or 90 days, then they went in and they got their implantable IED, and then they come out, does the vest that they bought or that insurance got them for $4,000, does it stay with them in their garage for the rest of their life, or do they return it back and someone else can use it?
It's like a rented unit. So as soon as they're done using it, they are sent a return shipping label, and they send it back. What's important to know too is that this stays with the patient. It is not leased or belong to the hospital. Sometimes patients that are getting an ICD implant, they're wearing the LifeVest, their ICD got approved, they're on the books for the procedure in 45 days, whatever it is. When they get to the hospital and they take the LifeVest off, that goes with the patient, stays with the family, and they are in charge of sending it back to Zoll.
Right, good.
Yeah.
On that device you have in your hand, once it's affixed, can you bathe with it?
Yes, you can shower with this. You can also pop it off too to change out the battery. So it's like a patch that sticks on. We send the patient like 6 of these because change out once a week. Kind of like their monitoring devices. So it's very much like this, except this measures the pulmonary fluid.
I have
Yeah.
a technical question
Sure.
for my own purpose. Your brochure and online information and everything, is there any problem that if I copy and paste and put it in our newsletter that is there any copyright issue that you have so that I can put the information out to the people who read my newsletter?
you're an attorney too, right?
I'm a salesperson, so you can do it whatever you want.
Good answer.
I'm not sure. I mean, we have a lot of people that talk about Zoll LifeVest, and anything that is published that goes out from marketing has been scrutinized and looked at back and forth because we are an international big company, and so I'm assuming any data that's out there that we publish has.
I think this is to me, it looks like a wonderful piece of information. It's a wonderful technology, and what it's doing is great, but it needs to get out not just to the patients, but it also needs to get to the doctors. Do you have any problem getting doctors to look at it?
No, that's what they hired me to do.
So,
Yeah.
but do you think most cardiac doctors know about this and
I think
use
they
it?
know about it. I don't think they know about all the clinical data. I don't think they know about the ease of use. People hear about it. They get one bad, this product delayed discharge. They didn't know that somebody forgot to send the order in and it came in on a Friday afternoon and it was a holiday, and the patient has pending Medicaid insurance, and there's like a lot of things that go through when they put in for a device. So a lot of it's education, creating awareness. They know there's risk out there. There's so much data. I mean, doctors, they go through medical school, and I'm not here to say I know anything more than that, but we only focus on this, and we just study these trials day in, day out. And so we do, it's about getting face time. There's a lot of, it's hard. You can't just walk around a hospital nowadays or approach it and expect to go see a doctor. They're busy seeing patients, and so we have to respect their time and make appointments. And some people are open to that, some aren't. So it's our challenge. So.
But more information about this sort of thing that you can put in places that are not associated just with Zoll, that the doctors might read. Magazines and that sort of thing, they would pick up on it.
I think so, and I think patients are open to it, and if you're talking with patients and, they're expressing concern or they're expressing some fear of what happens when they go home and this is out there, I mean, and they qualify for it, it's something they can get. Sometimes some doctors feel like patients won't wear it, it's a lot of part of that process, so they don't get so, excited about offering this to everybody. So it just depends, but the more people that know about it, if a patient requested it, if it was something they felt comfortable with, they're more than likely not going to get turned down by their provider if it was something that they qualified for.
I know this sounds stupid, but if I had a heart issue, why wouldn't I request it if I was aware of it? So I go back to, what do we need to help you to educate people on the need for this particular device? Because I don't want people dying just because I didn't educate them or they're stupid. I would rather figure out a way that I can support you, but I don't know how, because I see patients after the fact.
And that's where we see them. Yeah, so after the patients, our patient is that patient that has come in from a cardiac event. Those are our same patients. It's just a matter of that patient qualifying. If and sadly, a lot of the doctors don't order it sometimes. Right. It's my job to make sure I get the education out there, make the ordering process easy, make our fit times quick, so that they know that we can be part of that plan of care. So yeah, if there's any specific physicians or certain hospitals you think that might need some assistance, I'll leave my card and I'll be happy to reach out to them. Typically in the area, that's what I'm doing. But those patients that are nervous and they're at risk.
Well, certainly could tell your friends and neighbors. That's the really good way to do it. Because when we're in the hospital, we're really limited time-wise.
Yeah.
And we can't diagnose, do any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and neither can I.
Yeah, you're in the same boat.
I can't say, hey, go through their chart and look for, I mean,
Trying to be brief, I just left
Sure.
Fourth floor, and I just happened to get down to the first floor to leave, and I noticed that this is a cooking class.
Okay.
Is this a cooking class?
No. No, this
We have
is,
some good cookies though.
yeah.
Cookies. I just wondered if somebody could teach me how to cook, because my wife is terminal, I have to do the
Oh,
cooking.
no.
Oh, yeah.
She's, losing a whole lot of weight, and so am I.
Oh, no,
Can't do
yeah.
my own cooking.
Yeah, we're defibrillating. I'm defibrillating patients here, so
Okay.
not a cooking class yet.
Sorry to interrupt the class.
Yeah,
We
no
got some
worries.
extra potatoes for you though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you gotta hear my question, which is a joke, but if you have 2 rubber feet, you have to be grounded
Yeah.
for it to work?
Yeah. I can see that.
I just joke. Electric fences don't get me, so.
Oh. But yeah.
Have you ever approached me like the senior groups, you know, the assisted living homes or the senior centers in regards to giving a talk to them? I mean,
I haven't. My main goal is to try to talk to the cardiologist, the hospitalist team, because they're the ones that are seeing these patients, they're rounding them and setting up on their plan of care when they leave the hospital.
Right, yeah.
So their discharge plans, they're giving their prescriptions, they're giving their recommendation, they're ordering their products, and so LifeVest is an orderable product, it's a prescription, and so trying to get them to add that to their protocol for specific patients that qualify and that could benefit from the LifeVest.
But I think if we give talks, we can at least mention it as a product that people need to be aware of.
Yeah,
The public,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you have my number, and if there's anybody
Yeah,
that
I take a lot of some of your cards. if you
yeah,
have.
I'll leave some of my
that'd be
cards,
great.
and if there's any group that you guys are, feel that might need some education, then we're, happy to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
One last question. If a heart patient is aware of the fact that they have an ejection fraction below 35, 20, 17,
Mm-hmm.
are they an individual that should also be asking their doctor, their cardiologist who's already done a heart procedure, that should I be a candidate for a vest?
They could, I would, if it was my family member.
I would expect the doctor to do that to the patient, not the patient to do that to the doctor.
I would expect that
Sometimes.
too, but
That doesn't
I'm
always
trying to
happen.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some doctors don't order it, they, some do, they do it frequently more for the highest risk, or they just, patient's not compliant, there's a process to it, if someone's being an advocate for it, maybe, but it typically comes, it always comes from the doctor's prescription recommendation, so. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You said that there's, people have to have, meet the qualifications for it.
Mm-hmm.
Are the qualifications for getting that sort of thing in here?
No. Yeah, we have separate information that we help provide, and the qualifications, it's what basically isn't covered by insurance and Medicare, so it's not Zoll. It's not something that we indicate,
So
it's what
where can I find
insurances
what
have
those-
said,
Where can I find those qualifications, do you know?
It's on your website.
No, but I could give that to you.
You can give him your card with the email, and then he can email you.
Yeah,
Because
I'll definitely.
if he's like me, it's like, gosh, I left a silly meeting and I should ask this question.
Yeah.
I know I can't ask you.
Yeah, I will definitely, I'll give you a card, and then, I'll leave some up here.
And if you got time to hang around just for a minute, we're just gonna do our business, but, somebody may have a question back here, just would like to talk to one, one-on-one.
So just a quick question now, if
Sure.
you have a patient, he's given them the best and he's decided it's not working for him, do you have anyone that then would go on a one-on-one with this and?
Yeah, this is actually the best kind of bridge, because the doctors are gonna be the ones that order this product. They order it, they make that decision if it's, the clinical utility is what's best for that patient. We in this room, we don't know that, we don't know the whole patient scenario. But if you get a patient that has a LifeVest order, that they're gonna be discharged with a LifeVest order, and there needs to be it can be that support for them. So they could say, yeah, maybe they're really nervous about it. Maybe they're worried that what it's gonna look like, what it's gonna feel like, and you guys can now say, I saw your discharge plans, your doctor's sending you home with a LifeVest. We've met the representative, if there's any questions, you'll be able to speak to them on it. So that's kind of where that's where you'll be the support. Instead of them saying, hey, thanks for coming and visiting me and sitting by me, but I don't know what this is, what this is for, so. And you can have my card, I can talk to the patient if the doctor has any questions, but those orders and that initiation process happens from the doctors.
Do you mind if I put your name and phone number in our newsletter, so anybody who reads the newsletter and asks about it, they can call you? If you don't care about that, or don't want me to do that, that's fine.
I mean, I get, yeah, call me. I'd like to hear more about kind of, what's being published and stuff, but yeah.
Why don't I draft what I'm gonna, what we'll put together and then send that to you.
Yeah, in case I have to run it by somebody, if it has our,
Absolutely.
yeah, that would be fine, yeah.
Here's, you can have it, like, that's a
thank
copy
you.
of our newsletter.
Give
That's
her a
what
couple.
would be in.
Yeah, okay.
She's gonna give it one to
Yeah.
that patient she's gonna see. No.
Oh, okay. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, so
That's what I wanna put in an article about what you just talked to us about.
yeah,
If people have some contact that they can go to
sure.
get that.
And I'm gonna leave, these are the patient brochures, so I leave these on the tele floors everywhere, but sometimes, it gets lost. If you guys run into a patient that has a LifeVest order on their discharge, you can have this and let them know about it too, so. But we send somebody to go fit them. A lot of times, like I said, I'm going to go visit a patient right now. I had a doctor call me, said my patient's nervous about it. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him about it.
Well, we appreciate you coming.
Oh,
This is
thank
a little
you.
thank you.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Come here.
Thank you very much.
They like to talk.
Oh, good. I appreciate it. Yeah, any questions, just please reach out if there's anything that I can clarify with my verbiage or whatnot, or maybe you guys are seeing a patient and you get that first patient that also is going home with the LifeVest and there's some questions, you're in the room with them, call me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see ya.
Well, that was very good. Oh, go get treats?
Yes, go get.
Right after, what, you wanna, no, let's just do the business thing first.